Greetings, one and all, and welcome back to the Awaken to Ascend YouTube channel. Today we find ourselves in a graveyard. I don't know why, I just felt right for this video and this topic. Before we get into it, be sure to check out the website if you haven't already. I know a lot of you guys have gone over there, but I'm trying to keep it fresh with new blog posts and stuff like that. So give me some feedback on that if you have gone and checked it out. But before we get into today's video, I just do want to preface something here. I feel like I should say this before every single video. We're all in our own unique realities. We're all manifesting our own different things. There's different rules, different laws, different just frequencies for each of us. So what's right for me may not be right for you. And I say this because I'm going to be speaking in maybe declarative sentences here today. And I don't mean to imply that this is your reality. This is my reality. And so I just want to share a little bit from my reality. And today I want to be talking about shooting the messenger. Man, I've got a lot of experience on this, my friends. I feel like one of my missions, maybe the mission, I don't know, is to poke holes in people's sense of reality. I'm really good, not really good. One of my unique gifts is I'm able to pinpoint shadow. I can see where people are allowing their egos to infiltrate. I can see where people are living out their past traumas. I see it clearly, and I'm full of love. So my desire is to speak it out loud to people and tell them, you know, here's a gap in your understanding. Here's where you could heal a little bit. And let me tell you guys, shoot the messenger is very real. I don't know a single person in my entire reality whose ego didn't flare up and attack me. Attack me, the messenger, not the message. They might know what I'm saying is true. Deep down, they know it a lot of the time. But the ego lashes out. The ego is strong, my friends. The ego is powerful. The ego is designed to keep each and every one of us locked inside this cube matrix reality. So the ego defends itself. It fights. It doesn't want to be told new things, especially things that elevate consciousness, that would cause it to relinquish some power. As we elevate our consciousness, our higher selves take more and more control in our lives. They start to call more shots. And we start to listen to the ego less. The ego that tells us to be in fear, to be in lack, to fight against new information. So I found it to be very difficult to be me. And some of that's my energy, sure. Some of that's me. Maybe it's the way I present things. Maybe I'm a little too brash. Maybe I'm a little too in your face with things. But I've come to understand that no matter how the message is delivered, that ego is going to fight you. I could be like, well, you know what? If you're sitting down, give you a cup of tea, I love you with all my heart, right? I'm not saying this to attack you, but maybe you could see that we're living in a holographic reality. You do it that way, it's still a fight. It's still an attack. It's still like I'm the bad guy. And if the ego is strong enough, it'll just push you away. You're gone. You're out of their reality because they don't want to hear something that they're not quite ready for. The ego is not quite ready for. Now, of course, their higher self called you in. Their higher self wants this information. It's the ego that fights. So what I'm trying to learn is how to bypass that ego when sharing our truth. When sharing our, let's go this way, there's a lot of loud noises. While sharing our spiritual knowledge and inspiration, how do we get past that ego of people's that wants to fight you, that makes you the bad guy? I'm struggling with this, and I would love to hear some feedback from you guys. How do you guys share your spiritual information? Do you get attacked as well by people's egos? I've lost friends. I've lost family. I've lost loved ones, generally, just people I love, have all kind of pushed me away because their egos weren't ready. But how do you know if their ego's ready? What's the indication? What's the barometer? How do you judge that? How do you assess that? And when their higher self called you in to their reality, it calls you in to share your light. You share your light, and you're the bad guy. It's very hard for my ego to deal with, right? My ego doesn't want to be the bad guy in the lives of people I love. That's crazy. Of course not. So what do? What do you guys do? Man, that ego is a tough program. That ego is designed to like never relinquish anything. It's just, I know a lot of you can attest to that. As we try to remove our egos, we see it in ourselves. And that's another aspect to look at is when I share spiritual information with someone and they attack me, well, that's my ego attacking me. That's me attacking me. So why would I do that to myself? That's something to think about. There's healing in that. Look at all these berries. Check this out. Well, that's not real. We're at a cemetery after all, but those are real. What are those? The fruits of death. Anyway, yeah, it's fitting that we're in this cemetery. The ego has to go through 1,000 deaths. 1,000, maybe more in this lifetime. If we're on the ascension path, the ego is going to have to die over and over and over again. It just sucks to have to be the one to bring about the catalyst for it. It sucks to be the catalyst for an ego death in a person's life. A lot of people will get over it. It'll take them a few days, a few weeks, sometimes a few years, but they'll come back to you and they'll apologize, some of them. Others will just forget anything happened, but deep down in their hearts, they're really grateful that you were willing to take the hit, to be the villain in their life, just so you could teach them something that would elevate their consciousness. So in the long run, it feels good when that happens, but a lot of people can't get over their egos, and they'll hold it against you forever. And that doesn't feel good. So what is the balance here? Because I can't not share my light. If I see someone struggling in ego or a shadow or in trauma, my job here is to say something from love, pure love. I want to help you. But if that makes me the villain in their story, that's hard to cope with, especially when it's someone you love more than anything. So I don't know what to do. I'm at a loss, guys. I'm at that part of the spiritual journey where I'm like, okay, do I spread my light and just everyone hates me? Do I dim my light and I hate myself? Neither option seems great. So I'm trying to find this middle path, the balance between these two extremes. Because I don't want to be extreme anymore. I've always been extreme. I'm striving for the middle balance these days. And so I would love some feedback on what you think the middle is. Sure, I can feel people out. I can be softer in my approach. But blowing someone's mind wide open is blowing someone's mind wide open. Their ego is going to freak out. That's been true for me. Every single time. It doesn't matter how many cupcakes and unicorns are presented to them first. So this is a tough road. This is a lonely road sometimes. If your job is to speak your truth, man, you're one of the real, you're one of the real strong ones. Right? We all have different missions here, so this won't resonate with everyone. Some of you are going to be like, well, just shut up. Don't say anything. Well, it's like, well, then I'm not doing my purpose here. My purpose here is to shine light on the shadow. So I'd love to hear your response to this, your feedback, your opinions. How do you share your gifts with people without them spitting in your face like they're a llama or Dilophosaurus? Yeah, I would just love some feedback on that because I'm at a loss. I don't know what to do. Well, I do know what to do. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep doing it. That's another thing is like I was given this gift, but I was also given the strength to just take it. Like I said in the previous video, I got so much love to give. If I got to be the villain, all right, whatever. Doesn't matter. This is all a dream anyway. So I'm a villain in the dream of somebody. Okay. At least I gave them something. At least I did something. At least I made some kind of difference. I guess that's all I'm gonna get. Anyway, that's the video. A little frustration here, obviously. So I apologize for that. But I genuinely made this video so I could get your opinions. And I'd love to hear them in the comment section. And again, go check out the website if you haven't already. Awaken to Ascend with the number 2.com. Yeah, just looking around this graveyard here. It's beautiful. The old part of the graveyard's over there, but there's too much noise. So maybe we'll visit the old school part later in a separate video. But anyway, I'm going to sign off. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, a share, and a subscribe, and go check out the website. Link in the description below. Love you guys. Keep on sharing your light. Peace.